Okay, so let's go now. We can start this. I'm just banking some Euro USD for 20 pips on the morning ad. I didn't post it because I was busy doing something else. 1 second. Okay, so we had yesterday this nice move that I have been expecting and that we have been seeing with different phase breakout under the consolidation. So we are still inside. Sorry, I have all that to change it. Still, we are still inside this consolidation. So we come back to this chart. Let's look at 1 hour. So we have this big consolidation in between the 76.40, 78.6 fib here, the big one there. So it's a big, nice consolidation, and we have seen several phase breakout under it on a daily basis, only spiking under it. That is, of course, a 1 hour chart. But if we look at a daily chart, as we always start, by the way, so as I said yesterday, we had closed above the 78.6, which was good yesterday, the day before yesterday, and yesterday we had this move up, which went up to this area. We will see why we stopped there. Concerning this move, I think we have followed through to look at. That's very clear from me, and we stopped around the area. Let me find the chart. We stopped more or less here, right on the first part of the fib we are looking at. I still think we could look lower, probably inside the ECB today. If there is anything which is not bullish or which is bearish, we could spike down, and this area would be a very good area to look at, unless we have 75 points of rate hikes, which would push much higher the Euro USD. We know we are in a very bullish setup. We have been waiting for that to happen. So this bullish setup is still in place. If we look at setups, let me grab this. Let me grab the Dixie chart first, because the Dixie chart first has something interesting to look at. So yesterday, for the one that were in the intraday update, I spoke about this inside small time frame. It's a 15-minute time frame divergence, Euro USD Dixie divergence, and then right after that we had this push up that started on the break of this divergence, and we are still continuing inside this this push. So if we look at the chart, so this is the Jesus, where is it? So it's this chart. Okay, so if we look at what happened, we touched to the pip when we had the turn on the Euro USD yesterday. We touched to the pip the 38.2 inside fib here very well. We have a confluence of fib there, so that's where we stopped. And we have now what could look to be, let me put the regular candle, what could look to be an ABC down. So if this ABC down is unfolding, which would be likely, we would have the 61.8 right on this 50% fib here, and we would have the 1-to-1 extension right on this confluence there. So both of them are very likely to hold the price. One thing I wanted to catch the attention on is this one. We have had right there, we have had this this spike right on this 38.2 inside fib. And now what is calling that is we should look for the 2360 or 2140. That's why I draw that just before starting the, I should not move this one at all, should be locked. So that's why I draw this one, because that's the target. And then I draw this ABC down, taking the high here, B here, Probably it's correct. Let me check if we are correct on the coordinates. So the high I want to check, this one is 109,875. Okay, so it's need a little bit higher. That's what I was looking. Okay, so this one is an ABC that we should look at now. I don't know if we will unfold it or not. If we break up this high, of course, the ABC is dead. That's clear. If we don't, then we should look for this 61.8 here, and then the one-to-one extension. That's what we should look. On the upside, we have other support and resistances. If you want to take a screenshot of that, we have there, let's look at it on a 4-hour. We have there most of the support resistances fib we can look at now, especially for the ECB later. So on the downside, we have a lot of support and resistances to come, and on the upside, we have the same thing, of course. So to sum up, for now, we have this potential ABC. We need to break down under this 2360, which is what's happening now. We need to stay under it and look for the 38 to 50% and 61.8. And that would push, of course, the Euro USD up. So for now, we have no divergence. This one is going down, Euro USD is going up. So all is going as it should. We keep an eye on that, because any divergence there would be a signal of something going to happen as a euro, as I already explained many times. So everything is normal. That's the same chart with the same support and resistances. We go now back to the Euro USD. So the Euro USD is there. I was expecting we would touch the daily 2021 moving average, exponential moving average, which is this one. It's the daily 2021. So you know we use the 2021 as additional information. It's not the main tool we are using, but it's something interesting to look at. So we have here the same thing as I just said. This is important support resistances to look at. And if Dixie is pushing on the downside on that ABC I was speaking about, that would probably push us up to this fib area here on the Euro USD. If we would touch the Dixie here, I just show it again to make it clear. So if we would go to this area, that would make the euro, that would look for the Euro USD in that area up there, or perhaps up to the top of the consolidation, even if we really unfold completely the Dixie ABC. So that's something to take in consideration. I was not expecting, and I am still not expecting a big move before the ECB, but everything is possible. We have seen a lot of weird price action. The good thing is we are on the last week where we should have the continuation of this downward flow of the Euro USD. So as I said, since several days and even weeks, the 10th, 9th, 10th of September should normally see the end of that, and we should confirm an upside of the Euro USD, I think, till the end of year. So consolidation is here. If Dixie pushes a little bit more, as I say, to unfold the ABC I spoke about at the beginning of this live update, then we could look in that area probably, and perhaps up to there for the morning. That's what I think would happen. Of course, any dip for me is a buy. So if we have in the morning, which would be very nice after the London Open or something like that, or when the time channel starts at 7:30 GMT, we could see some pullback, and that's really what I would love to see. We could see some pullback up to there, or the lowest level we have here, or even lower. Who knows where we can go, but that's what I would like to see before the ECB, and then be able to reload more longs on before the ECB and be protected with a good profit on it before we start. So we are long from here. That's the second long we took. This chart is not updated because of what happened in my computer this morning. So many things has disappeared. We have been long there, we have been long here. So we have a lot of long running. For now, I banked all yesterday added that we had it yesterday in this area and in that areas. Now all is banked and I'm just long from there in the morning. So we hope to see this push and perhaps after that a pullback that would allow us to be to add some long in the morning. Concerning the setups, so we look at the setups now. How is our volume health for now? So in the morning we have had we have had to put it in a 15 minutes, otherwise we see nothing. So in the morning we were a little bit low. We have had several push on the 5 minute, and that's when I took the long. Concerning the long-term setups, it's still the same. Yeah, of course, that is not done because of what happened on my computer. So same thing. So we have now a 4 hour starting to pop with the short setup, a 15 minutes starting to pop with a 15 minute signal, a short signal on the 4 hour, the 15 minute. So we should see some pullback coming soon, perhaps now or inside the time channel, which would be great, as I just said. So that's a good thing. Concerning the 15 minute, here we are on the top two, so a little bit of push would confirm this and would probably push the 1 hour a little bit higher and help to see the pullback we want to look at and buy some Euro USD on this pullback. I will not short the Euro USD at this level. I want really to be focused on my longs. And you see here, we are getting ready on the 15 minutes. We have a signal there. This signal should pop in soon. Both of them are dynamics indicators, so they give very accurate signals compared to regular oscillator. They are dynamic oscillators. Of course, this one is based on RSI. This one is based on Chandler. Same thing here on the 5 minutes. So we see here we are turning, or we are seeing this this reaction on this move there, on this EMA there, which is, if I'm not wrong, the 100 or something like that. So we are struggling a little bit now. We have those high reading here on the momentum exertion, same thing there. We have the same here. I would like really now to see a little push, as I said, probably up to there, which would be exactly what we are looking for here. That's exactly the same area. This monthly area over there would be great. So if we could see that, and then on the London Open, that would be really the perfect scenario. I'm perhaps dreaming to see that. And then we would see a pullback and be able to add some Euro USD long in this area. That would be perfect for the morning before the ECB. So if you have any question, just ask now. I will wait 1 minute to see if there is anything. If not, I have some mentoring starting soon, so I will be busy with it. And we'll post this video, recorded video inside the tweet in a few minutes. Don't forget. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Don't forget, we have the ECB special live trading that will start at 12 GMT, 15 minutes before the rates. So I will keep live till for 1 hour mostly till the end of Christine Lagarde presser. So it will be an important time to understand and to really look at what she says and see, of course, if we get 75 or 50 points inside the ECB. I'm not convinced of that, but we could even see a big surprise. So the inflation is going very strong actually in Europe. So we could see it's. I'm ready for that. That's why I want to add more longs. We could have a surprise even above the 75 points, and that would be something really very, very bullish. Last but not the least, we have seen the beige book this morning. I posted it here, and I posted it inside the let me put it on the chart because it's very important to something that we have been reading in this beige book yesterday. Let me grab it. I will do that right now. Okay, beige book. So here it is. Let me grab this thing here, and we just want to look at that because it's important. We have seen there several information that has been confirmed that I've been saying in many occasions in the last months. I have been saying that the consumer spending was going to crack a little bit or even more than a little bit, and then due to the fact that the GDP in US is made 70% of consumer spending, that would create or that would increase the reduction of the growth and probably a recession fears for 2023. And that's why I think the Euro USD will go up, not because Europe will go better, but because USD will go less good. And that's exactly what we saw here. Shift spending any from discretionary goods toward essential items. So people are stopping to buy TVs, whatever they don't really need to live with, and they are focusing on buying goods and essential items. And we have seen other things here that are telling us, like for example, the outlook for future economic growth remains generally weak. So everything is getting confirmed now by the Fed of what we have been looking at. And I just wanted to point this out because I know many were doubting of what I was saying because it was not really looking like what market was looking at, but generally we try to have a little bit time ahead of what's happening. Sometimes I'm too early, but I'm not very often too late. So it's important to keep that in mind because that will change the game. And as I repeat, of course, Eurozone will have trouble. Eurozone is solving part of the energy problem now, is getting ready to go through it without too many problems. It will, of course, affect the Eurozone economy, that is clear, more than the US economy from the energy point of view. But the fact that the growth is reducing, is slowing down, the demand is slowing down in the United States, and the consumer spending is reducing because of the consumer sentiment that we have been pointing here for the last 2 months. The early reading on the Michigan and on the New York consumer index were very bad, and now we see in the real economy. So I finish with this, but it's important to keep it in mind. So we see each other at 12 GMT for the ECB live trading.